my channel. I am so glad to have you here. I just want to say thank you to each and everyone that has subscribed to my channel. My channel is growing each day. I really appreciate the love and support. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing, and keep watching my content. I appreciate it so much. So yeah, so today's video, I am going to be talking to you about 6 foods that cause inflammation. Now, inflammation is basically where your body begins to swell, holds like water weight, and it's primarily due to the foods that you are putting in your body. Now, particularly after surgery, that is the time that you want to avoid these 6 foods that I'm going to tell you about, because not only does, after you get liposuction, your body is, swelling up anyway, because it's just gone through a traumatic experience. So you're going to experience a lot of swelling after liposuction. And if you avoid these foods, it's going to really aid in the healing process, and you'll be much happier with your results. And I'm just going to say personally, because I notice like every time I eat one of these 6 foods or more than one of these 6 foods, I experience swelling. Even now, I am, let's see, how many months post-op am I? Let's see, I had May, June. I'm going on 8 months post-op, and even to this day, if I eat these foods, I will swell up, like really swell up. And there's actually an area on my stomach. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like a collection of fat that Dr. Jacome didn't get to, or she wasn't able to liposuction. I don't know what it is, but it's usually flat until I eat one of these foods that I'm gonna tell y'all about. Until I eat one of the foods on the list, my stomach is usually flat. That area is usually flat. But as soon as I eat one of these foods on the list, it just swells up like a balloon. But if I have a picture, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. It gets really big, and so not only that, like my sides and my back, and they just start to get swollen even now. So I just wanted to just tell y'all, if y'all didn't know, just so you could be aware to just stay away from these foods, okay? So I'm gonna start with the first food, and I have my notes here, so I'll just be looking down at my notes. If y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. All right, so the first food is sugar. Okay, you want to avoid sugar as much as possible. Now, I know sugar is in pretty much everything that you get. It's even sugar in fruits, okay? But I'm not talking about the sugar that's in fruits. I'm talking about refined sugars, mostly high fructose corn syrup. That's another form of refined sugar. So you want to stay away from anything that has high fructose corn syrup in it. So like juices, a lot of juices has high fructose corn syrup. A lot of things like ketchup, barbecue sauce, things like that, you want to try your best to avoid. Fruit is fine. I would think. I just would stay away from those, like white sugar. You definitely want to stay away from that. I would substitute that, like sugar. You could always substitute sugar for like honey or stevia or agave. Those are some natural sweeteners that you can substitute sugar with. I would definitely stay away from white sugar. Okay, number 2 is alcohol, and that also includes like wine, especially liquor, any type of liquor. You want to make sure that you avoid that as much as possible, because alcohol does cause inflammation. If you just want to drink, try to stick to something that maybe is low carb. Like they do have some wines. I believe Publix now has a brand of wines that are low carb. Even champagne is actually low carb. If you could just sip on a glass of champagne, if you just want to drink, then I think champagne is fine. Don't quote me on that. Make sure you do your research. But definitely like hard liquor, you want to make sure that you stay away from that, because you are going to swell up, okay? I remember my first round after my tummy tuck, I probably was maybe about 2 months post-op, and I had some drinks. I went out, had some drinks. I wasn't in my faja. By the time I got home, I was bloated. Swell hell is real. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to avoid swell hell, stay away from these foods, okay? All right, so moving on. The next food that you want to stay away from is refined carbs. Now this gets me every time. Now I love bread. That's actually one of my weakness. I love pastas. I love like noodles. And so you want to definitely make sure that you avoid that or eat this food as less as possible. Okay, especially like white bread, white rice. You want to make sure that you stay away from all those things, biscuits, anything like that. Stay away from it. If you have to have bread, I believe that 100%, make sure that it's 100% whole grain. I think that would be okay. Make sure that it doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup in it though, because a lot of breads still have that ingredient, even the wheat bread. I would actually even stay away from like wheat. If it doesn't say 100% whole grain, then just stay away from it, okay? So stay away from that. Like I said, pastas, anything like that. If you want to substitute for a pasta, you can always get you like some zucchini and squash, and you can actually make noodles out of that with some marinara. It's really delicious actually. So that's a good alternative. Also, you want to stay away from candy. That goes back like to those refined sugars, but candy is also a refined carb, so you want to stay away from candy. Chocolate, unless it's like dark chocolate and the percentage has to be, I believe, for me, I would like, if I'm going to eat chocolate, I'll make sure that it's dark chocolate, and I would say 70% and up, okay, with the dark chocolate. Cacao is really good, and it actually helps with inflammation. So you can find you some cacao. That's like a chocolate substitute if you just have to have chocolate like me. Like I love chocolate, but cacao is really good. Dark chocolate is really good, and it's actually high in antioxidants, which is something that you want to put in your body. You want to make sure that you are eating a lot of foods that are rich in antioxidants, okay? That's the thing. You want oxygen to run through your blood cells, okay? You don't want inflammation. So we're doing the opposite, okay? So stay away from those foods. Too much salt. Even if you've never had surgery, salt will make you blow up. So with salt, you retain a lot of water weight. When you eat a lot of salt, you're gonna, even if you've never had surgery, if you eat salt, you're gonna retain a lot of water weight. So definitely stay away from salt if at all possible. I wouldn't even recommend sea salt. Like some people say, well, just use like the sea salt. The only sea salt that I would recommend is the pink Himalayan sea salt. Other than that, I would say totally stay away from salts. If you need to like season your food, you can always use no salt seasoning. Mrs. Dash is an excellent choice for that. And I believe McCormick may have some no salt seasonings out there too. So yeah, processed meats. You want to make sure that you stay away from trans fat. You want to make sure that you stay away from that, and that's basically any type of packaged food or fast food. Even if it's Chick-fil-A, say no to the Chick-fil-A, okay? And Chick-fil-A has MSG in it, if y'all didn't know that. That's why people are addicted to it. But yeah, stay away from fast food as much as possible unless it's something healthy on the menu, like a salad or something like that, some fruit. But French fries, things like that, definitely stay away from that. And back to what I was saying, the processed meats like the bologna, the ham, the turkey, cold cuts, hot dogs, you want to stay away from that, okay? So I hope I went over everything. Sometimes I be rambling, y'all. I be rambling. So yeah. So I just wanted to let y'all know, like, we got to keep ourselves sexy. We got to keep this body snatched. We got to take care of our investment, and overall we want to be healthy. So just try to stick to like lean meats, like, you know, like maybe if you're gonna eat beef, some lean steak, or salmon, fish, shrimp, you know, maybe some chicken breast cutlets or something like that. Just really light and really lean, so that you don't get inflammation, because I'm telling y'all, swell health is real and it's not pretty, okay? And we want to keep our results on intact, and we want to be snatched and glow up for the 2020, okay? All right, guys, so I will see y'all on the next video. If y'all have any questions or comments, please don't forget to leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video if you like it, and subscribe to my channel. See y'all on the next video. Bye, loves.